Hi, so my name is Vanessa Wallace and I run Crystal Clear Retreats and I help people move from overwhelm to peace of mind. And you may have seen that I've also written a book called The Rebel Method. And so I thought what I'd do today, because I'm just about to run my workshop, which is the Educate Your Mind workshop. So it's the second workshop of the series that I'm running at the moment. So I'm just about to go live with that at 4 o'clock today. And I thought I'd have a little practice run because I am going to read a part of the chapter in the workshop. And I thought I'd just read it to you guys, also see how long it takes me to read it. And it's quite a good little chapter, really. It's about an experience I had when I went to a Madness concert when I was 40 years old. So here goes. Listen along. So, it's my 40th birthday and my husband has bought me tickets to see Madness, a favourite band of mine when I was a teenager, and he's bought them for the O2 Arena. I was excited and thrilled to have this opportunity as we arrived at the venue. I was feeling hyper excited. We bought some drinks and snacks and headed towards our seats. It all started really well. I had no idea what was to come. As I started to walk up the metal stairs to our seats, if you've ever been to the O2, you know what they're like, I noticed a really uncomfortable feeling inside my body arising. I felt like I was physically going to fall. I looked up. We were already in row V and our seats were even further up. It felt like I was climbing a precarious rope ladder with an open gorge and a fast running river underneath about 100 foot down, and the rope was not going to protect me from falling to my death. I was suffering from vertigo for the first time in my life. I felt overwhelmed. My legs were shaking and I started to crawl on all fours up the metal stairs while trying not to look down through the gaps, which just made me feel physically sick and so anxious. I was concerned that I was not going to be able to attend this concert and that my dear husband had bought me it for a birthday treat and I would have to go home. I'd wanted to see the band live ever since I was a teenager. I could not overcome that feeling at this point, and there was a strong urge inside me to turn back. I felt like I was going to die. With some encouragement from my husband, I made it on my hands and knees to the seat, turned my body round and placed my bum on the seat. I was shaking. I took in the area around me, the hundreds of people and the stage far off in the distance. Then I happened to glance down. The feeling of panic and fear arose in me again. Now, I knew logically that I could not fall, but the overwhelming sensation that I was going to was unbearable. At this point in my career, I'd been learning a lot about the mind and how our thoughts can influence the way that we feel. I knew I was having some thoughts subconsciously that were not helping me in this situation, so I decided to take action and train my brain to focus on something other than what it was trying to tell me. Thank goodness I had this awareness. I recited to myself, "You are safe, you are not going to fall, it's impossible to fall. There are hundreds of other people here and they are not falling. So the likelihood of you falling is next to nothing." I repeated this over and over again. Gradually, my feelings of fear and panic started to dissipate and I stopped feeling so shaky. I had managed to override my brain's programming that had been triggered by the height and had begun telling me I was going to fall and that I should get down as quickly as possible and definitely not to climb any higher. My brain had been trying to protect me, but I'd been able to give it a new rational information to counteract its automatic response, which was triggered by fear. I'd like to say at this point that actually that message that I kept giving myself that I was safe, I think that also helped to override the response that I was having. Eventually, I was able to enjoy the concert. In fact, by the end of it, I was actually standing and dancing to the music and able to join in and experience the real joy of being there. It had not been easy, but I had the proof within myself that I could retrain my brain to do something other than what its natural instinct told it to do. So there you go. That's a little extract from the book. That's all about my experience of training my brain. Lots of other things in the book around that. There's a whole exercise in that chapter that you can do yourself. Thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good Saturday. Bye.